MailleWerX Chainmail live stream episode signal test. Let's see here. Get this shared out. I think we're live. Welcome to a chat room. Animated emotes can be disabled in settings. That's what I want. Okay, I hear sound. I hear music. There, right post. Wow, that is not how you spell test. Alright. One person has shared the stream. Alright. So, get a couple people in here tonight. It's only Tuesday. What is my... Oh, my front camera is seeing Frank. Frank. We move Frank over here. That's not so bad. What's Frank looking at? Kind of right there. Maybe we can work with that. All right. Okay. Something's working. Something's working somewhere. Man, it is hot down here. All right. It's my mouth. Okay. Well, we'll let people show up as they come along. And we'll just get started working on something. All right. This is the attempt at a European 4-in-1 and Elf Weave dice bag combo hybrid. I can see the chat. Maybe I want out of here. Maybe if I go there. I'm just trying to make sure it's working on Twitch. Seems to be. Well, we'll see what happens. I've already shared it once. I may share it again if anybody shows up. And either way, doesn't matter. We're gonna get some work done. Finally, after how many weeks? Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. So let's figure out where we're at with this. We're just adding in another row right here. So I started out with a couple rows of E4-in-1 that had 45-degree edges on them. I wove them together using Elf Weave. That wasn't how I started. We may revert back to doing like a European 4-in-1 seam if this doesn't work out, but that's all right. but hopefully we can continue to use the elf weave up the side of the bag. It's going to be a couple of rows of making it straight, and then a couple of rows of kind of closing it back up, and then see if I can bring this for just a bit. We'll see. On experiment. These rings are 12 gauge 3/8 from chainreaction.ca. And they are bright aluminum, and they're ridiculously shiny and clean. I'm not the biggest fan of bright aluminum. These are hefty enough that if you made a shirt out of them, I wouldn't be too worried, right? As long as it's, you know, a costume piece. Right, if you're just wearing it to the fair, you know, you'd be fine. All right. Yeah, I think these would be okay for bigger pieces. I'm just making a bag out of it just to see what I could make. We'll expand someone. And they were very interested. They wanted to buy it from me. I'm like, it's not even done. I don't even know if it's gonna work, man. But sure. So, I was able to get on, I think, last Monday night, and the stream kept dropping, and finally, I was like, okay, there's a connection issue in my house somewhere. Like, before, I have my computer connected, I had it connected to the internet through a wall outlet device, right? So you take a cable from the router, plug it into the device, plug the device into a wall outlet in the room that your router is in, and then you sync up another device in the room your computer is in and run a line from that device to your computer. That way you can essentially run internet through your electric lines of your house instead of having to run a hard line throughout everything. It's really convenient for a lot of things. But I did that to another device, and I think that that's what screwed up with my ability to stream. So I got a Wi-Fi extender down here in the basement now, and that seems to have solved the problem so far. Knock on wood. Alright, how far out are we going? That. Oh, that's one more row. 3, 4, 5. We only need to do 4 rows there. That's okay. Alright, let's get these oriented correctly. So I have not done much chainmail over the past several weeks. There's not much to show. The Raiders flag is finished. I've got to put some paint on the dowel rod to hang it from and seal it and then send it off to my friend. And I got his address the other day, so hopefully that will go a long way towards getting stuff done around here. Hard to get stuff done when you take a over 2-month break. It was a nice break. It wasn't a nice break. There were aspects of it that were nice, right? Like, I don't know if I realized how much a toll streaming every night was taking on me, right? I try to start the stream at the same time every night, and making sure that everything is done that needs to get done before I come down here. So that I can stream without interruption, and that when I go back upstairs, I'm not having to stay up late, you know, doing dishes or feeding children or whatever, what have you. So it's kind of been nice not to have to worry about that. But we got everything done tonight. I got a couple dishes I gotta wash when I get back upstairs, but that's about it. The bulk of everything I needed to do was done. The only other thing that could possibly happen is if my dog has an accident in the dining room again. Over the course of the last 2 months, she was having bloody urine, so we took her to the vet, and they said could be a stone, but it's probably a bladder infection. And they put her on antibiotics, and she was having consistent accidents in the house at that time. But anymore, it's just daily accidents in the house. So I don't know if it was just a bladder infection, you know? We gotta figure that out. She is a very old dog, and so her time is coming, and it sucks because we've had her for I think 12 years now, 11 years. So it's gonna be, and we still have our little dog, so it's gonna be interesting to see how well he does without her, you know. So, but let's see here. I gotta make a mental note here. So that's 4. That's 8. 10. About 10 weeks ago, my father-in-law became really sick, and he was diagnosed with a new type of cancer that he had not had before. I think it was esophageal cancer. He'd had renal cancer before, I think, but he got esophageal cancer, and they gave him like a year to live with treatment, right? Well, he'd been on cancer drugs, chemotherapy, all kinds of good stuff for several years, and then he was in remission for several years. And when they gave him the chemo this time around, it shut down his liver. His liver just couldn't take it. So he was he ended up getting really sick from liver failure. And so we spent the last several weeks. Visiting with family and getting him as taken care of as best we can, and he eventually passed on May 24th, I think it was. So all that stuff is done now. And since the funeral, I've been trying to find time to get down here and get some work done. But then we had the signal problem that was causing all the issues in the first place. That's why, like, 10 or 11 weeks ago, I had a signal problem and could not get the stream to stay up. And then immediately following, when my father-in-law got sick. So when I went to get back on stream, right, last Monday, I could not connect to save my life. Everything just kept dying over and over and over again. So I gotta figure it out. Alright. Okay, I think that's correct. One more row. Oh, that's correct. That is correct. I don't know where everybody's at tonight, but probably after 10 weeks they've found other forms of entertainment this time of the evening. And you know, when someone suddenly drops off a stream, it's kind of like, oh no, what do I replace it with? And then that person comes back and it's like, oh, here I am. I suppose I had a pretty small audience before. I don't, not too surprised that there's not too many people here at the moment. That's okay. The one thing that kept getting better over time is that audience size was getting bigger over time, right? So we'll just go back to streaming as much as we can. Trying to get them comments, likes, shares, heart reacts go a long way too. You know? So we're going to extend this up a little bit and then close it up a little at the top, and hopefully there's enough slack to get it tight. Alright, we'll figure it out. I don't know, it's a pretty hefty dice bag. So it's definitely not like a regular dice bag that collapses all the way in on itself. This will collapse most of the way in on itself, but it's got, the seams are kind of like boning. They provide some structure, so it's going to prevent it from collapsing in on itself completely. But it should still function nicely as a dice bag. I wish I had different colors or ring this size to really bring the seams out, but as of right now, I don't believe that Wally up at chain-reaction.ca in Canada makes anything anodized. I don't know. I haven't checked his website in quite a bit, as I have not been focused on Chainmail for quite a while. You know, life comes up. Things happen. I don't know what else to do with that information besides roll with the punches, you know? So. And then, of course, during that time, when I had plenty of time to like get website work done, yeah, that also didn't happen. So I am just 2 months farther behind than where I was in April. I'm not even behind. I am 2 months. Nothing has changed in 2 months, right? How can I get behind on my own projects, right? It's not like there's a deadline for them. Like, yeah, I would love to have some of this stuff finished, but oh well. That didn't happen, so gotta get to work on it when you can. The rings don't magically connect themselves, unfortunately. Or, I don't know, fortunately. Like, that would probably be pretty boring, right? If you could twirl the wand and make anything out of chainmail that you wanted. Like, it's just an unimpressive feat at that point. Talk and chat, all while weaving, and, you know, fun. Alright. It looks like we have been up for 20 minutes now, which is a pretty good sign. And I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi extender is working. Will continue to work. You know what I mean? You can see we're kind of get some baggage on this, right? Like, it'll form a cup or a bowl once all the seams are up. So what else has been going on? I do have some stuff that I was able to work on that I can't share yet. It's not done, but when it is done, I will share it. Hate to keep you in suspense. We did get some more rings from Chain Reaction up there in Canada to finish some of these projects. There was some mail. I did notice something the other day. I had not been on Twitch in some time, so they had like completely stopped sending me notifications of shows coming on. And then I got back on there today, and I got about 10 different notifications. Like, that's a nice feature, right? Like, if I stopped using YouTube for a month, right? YouTube wouldn't stop sending me notifications ever. They will never do that, right? But I did miss out on a bunch of streams. A lot of it I couldn't have watched anyway, you know? Hopefully I'll get to catch up with other streamers. I said it was interesting, right? What platform out there do you know of that stops sending notifications after a while? You know, like, I can't think of any. All right. Hi Sean, there's music and you hear me talking. The video is paused once, 6.5 minutes in before the second pause. Hi Barb, hi Kat, hey Josh. Hi Rick, hey Peg. All right. So I was looking at my notifications over here, which I need to move them to the other side of the screen because they're behind my camera, but there's two options up here, Twitch and multi-stream, and I was on the Twitch chat board where nothing's on there, right? I don't have a lot of followers over there. And then I come over here and I see a bunch of comments. I was like, holy crap. All right. Well, that's awesome. Hi guys, how are you? How have you been? What's going on? I missed you all. Sorry I haven't been here. I was thinking like the Wi-Fi wasn't actually working. I think a pause or a skip every now and then is probably gonna be about as good as it gets. So I can no longer hardline my computer into the internet the way I was doing it. Oh my goodness. You've been missed, but your aim is getting better. Nice. Alright. Yeah. I've been trying to get back to work for several days now, since like last Monday. But there was something coming up every time I tried. Like I had stopped getting used to having everything ready to go by 9 o'clock so I could come down here without interruption. And I just kept missing that for the last week or so. But now hopefully we can get back to that routine and get more work done. So how is everyone? How have you all been holding up? I have not been able to keep up with much lately. So I honestly don't know how anyone is doing. And I apologize if it felt like I dropped off the face of the earth, but yeah. Had to stop what I was doing and attend to some stuff, you know. All right, one more. One more expanding this out, and then we will sew up the sides, which is pretty good. Alright. Let's just hope we have enough rings. Okay, so I think that's correct. We'll just keep going like that's correct. Alright, so after this project, we've got that coffee cup wrap to finish. And then I think I'm going to continue expanding this cube here. I'm going to make it as big as I can with what I got. But after that, I think we can get back to, we can start another large project that needs to be finished, right? Oh, wrong one. And it's another one of those similar to the Raiders flag inlay that it needs a lot of work. We're gonna have to figure out like what needs to be corrected on it, but the nice thing about that one is that it's gonna stay in my house, so when it's all said and done, it's just gonna get hung up on my wall. Yeah, I'm real, Wally. I am real. Everybody, say hi to Wally. Yep, I was finally able to get caught up enough to get down here and get some of this stuff done. I'm making a dice bag using your 12 gauge 3/8 bright aluminum rings. 3/8, yeah. And yeah, 12 gauge 3/8. Using panels of European 4-in-1 and seams of elf weave. Or at least that's what we're trying. We're trying to make that. Someone has already offered to buy it, even before it was finished. It's nice, but it's like, I don't know, it's probably a month ago that I even said anything to him, so we'll see. 12 gauges, nice and beefy. One of the first things I said on this stream tonight was that I would be comfortable making a shirt out of this stuff for costume without having to worry about repairing it all the time, you know? Let's just start here. See if this works as it should. Yep, I'm doing okay. It's good to see you, man. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, I see what I've done. Okay, hang on. Alright, I gotta figure this out, because your Peg's building balls tonight, guys. I think I screwed up something. Well,
chosen for this life, and we are glowing.
and that will be the only way it can go.
And we are waking in the mind, and we are strength, unbreakable tonight. Oh, we are birds far away from home, just souls that learn to fly. We are delicate animals, yeah, chosen for this life. We are eagles, roaming, flying through the sky. We are delicate animals, yeah, chosen for this life.
This is always fun, you know, guessing, trying to figure stuff out. Alright. So, when I was last working on this, can't wait for work to be done and get home and make some more 12 gauge rings. Nice. Good to see John. Okay, when I was last working on this, I remember like this is the last of section of the 45-degree angle on the first portion of these extensions here, these panels, right? I somehow wove a ring through here and made it work. But now, I want it to be real, like it can do it, but it really, what do you call it? It makes the weave really tight, and it's not working the way I want. Hang on a sec. Okay, that's try and put this ring back in. That was impossibly tight before. Okay, it is correct, right? And that seems to be going smoothly. It's like another tight one. Alright, it is what it is. This is where we get some of that like structural support from the seams that prevent it really from opening and closing like a regular dice bag, right? But it's working. Really need a wider pair of pliers for my right hand. These are killing my wrists. And there is something going on with the right side of my body. My wrist, my elbow, and my shoulder all on my right side have been killing me for weeks now. But here to just take this. Some archaeologists will find this and, you know, we'll have like catalogs and encyclopedias of male weaves that everyone is familiar with, and they'll look at this and they'll go, why? Why on earth would he do it that way? That's fine. They can judge me. Alright. There is one seam. Where are we at here? Ooh. Do this for the same reason some people climb mountains, because you can. I hope so. One new like. Rick Smith has liked the stream. Thank you for the like, Rick. Alright. One. Every other one is really tight. trying to get the it's not a what would you call it? It's just a European foreign one, right? There's no 45-degree angle to work with. And it does work, kind of. Come on. You know you want to. There you go. Oh, almost lost you. Come here. Don't be shy. Alright. And we're getting a nice little kind of bowl formation going on here. When it's pulled tight. It's definitely giving it some angles on the seams there. Alright. Gonna be sleeping with my wrist brace on tonight, that's for sure. Alright. Until I'm getting tired, these rings are not closing appropriately. Yeah, bright aluminum 12 gauge, 3/8 from Chain Reaction Canada. chain-reaction.ca. They're enormous rings. Ridiculous. Alright. Ooh. Neat, you have a Shirton 14 gauge that's sweet. Got a sample from them about You got a sample from them. Nice. Yeah, I would totally use these aluminum rings in a shirt. I would feel comfortable doing that. I think I wouldn't want to do it. These rings are kicking my ass right now. Yeah. And the bag is definitely taking shape. I don't know if you can see how lumped up it is now. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how much like expansion and contraction it'll have when it's open. You know, I'm thinking not much, which may be problematic for a dice bag. You're glad you're not the only one that talks to rings? No, I definitely do. Some of them got to be told. Alright. Something's wrong here. I think that these two rings don't belong here. Everything else has seemingly matched up just fine, but when I tried to go that worked. Man. Oh my gosh. Isn't even the last seam. Do I not have this open enough? Maybe that's the problem. Come on, go into your home. Go into your home. There we go. Alright. Very shapely at this point. It's going to be interesting to finish it off. Put this seam in and then come on now. Was it something I said? Go in there. There you go. All right. Don't need that many rings to finish off this seam. At the end of the day, all I'm concerned about is that it's bag shaped and it somewhat closes. So, I think we will have gotten that much, you know. Alright, I'm not going to recommend anyone ever do this. This is ridiculously tight. Okay. And then you have the ever existing problem of that it's going to be a bag, and this is straight up not going to close easy. Like, it doesn't have, you're getting like structural rigidity in it now. It's just going to prevent it from closing nicely. In here. That's fine. Like I said, as long as it's bag shaped and closes somewhat. It will be evidence that you can go from a 45-degree angle. It will be evidence that you can connect two 45-degree angle patches of European 4-in-1, and it's also, you know, that you can connect two opposing ends of European 4-in-1 using elf weave. So, like, that much is a success. Does it look the best? No. Is it perfect? No, I would have used a different ring size. Right? Oh, how well. Okay, like this. That's the seam right there. Right. I need a better camera. I wish that while I had been gone. Yeah, see, now we've got this bowl shape. That's pretty kind of structural. Alright. Most of what you build is ridiculously tight. Might ask you for plier recommendations. I'm gonna go put on my wrist brace. Now it's gonna be, oh, you know, we can't stream because I injured myself doing this crap. Alright, I hope not. But, whoo, buddy. That is on fire. Alright. We'll be okay. We'll be alright. Take some ibuprofen, walk it off. I'm gonna go upstairs. Relax a little bit. Okay. This is... That's the bottom right there. It's like... I'm not gonna tell you what I think that looks like. It's, you know, it started as 6 European 4-in-1 triangles, and it's got 6 elf weave seams in it that I wonder if we turn Frank off. Alright, let's see here. Nah, you can't see shit. That's not helping. There's one elf weave seam right there. Goes, you know, all the way up. From the angles to the straight portions of the European 4-in-1. So that much works, right? Which is awesome. Okay, it's super tight. I don't recommend anybody do it, and if you do, use 2 different ring sizes. I don't have any recommendations for those ring sizes, but it did work, right? So I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this with the rings I have left. I may have to order some more, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'd rather spend a little money and get this done right than leave another unfinished project lying around. And we're, you know, I don't know if anyone recalls, but we are allowed to, I am allowed to order rings when I need to finish a project. So, and I got $50 to buy rings for Father's Day. So, with that, thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate you being here. I apologize for not being here for the last 10 weeks or so. I did miss you guys. I'm glad everyone showed up. It was fun hanging out with you. I will be back hopefully tomorrow night, and if not, at the latest, what day is today? Thursday. No, today's Tuesday, so at the latest Thursday. And we will work on some more chainmail. Alright? You guys have a wonderful